Hello Internet! Today I have two games to show you from Wednesday's stream. If you did watch yesterday's highlight video here on YouTube, you will see we got, three pretty quick wins there. We were getting wins in pretty quick succession on the stream. We were climbing the ladder at a reasonable pace. And these two highlight games I'm going to show you in this video, I believe were the two last games of the stream as well too. So we had, I think we climbed to about like the top 200 or so at this point. We were definitely getting up there. So two good games to show you here. The first one is not long, it's not short. The second one is a little bit longer, and the second one actually is against sand, which I still haven't really formulated a proper plan against. So we kind of sort of mash some things around and hope and hope, essentially. That's the word I'm looking for, isn't it? But anyway, here we go. Here is the first game. What do we want to do here? Like, their tailwind mode look. Enjoy. Their trick room mode with Glacier does look somewhat threatening. Obviously, Torkoal and Stack Attacker. If we have them in the back, then yeah. I mean, I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm just going to put them in right now. Like, I'm thinking Clefairy Spectre. That's what I'm going to be leading here. But what do I want in the back? Like, Kartana does look good here as well. Yeah, it's decent against the Glacier too. But I'm thinking like maybe like both of the Trick Room Pokemon in the back as well, or maybe just one of them. Because we are going to have to deal with that Rotom as well. I mean, Urshifu and Kartana both do hit the Glacier for a good amount of damage. But yeah, I suppose looking at my team on Team Preview, you would be a little bit hesitant to bring a Glacier against me, wouldn't you? Torkoal, Stack Attacker, Kartana, Urshifu can all hit it for super effective, very good damage. Yeah, and I might not have started this early enough, but I was kind of dismissing their Tailwind mode just because their team doesn't really look that fast. I was more worried about their Trick Room mode, I think, because I don't think I take either the Torkoal or the Stack Attacker here. I don't think. I could be wrong, but I don't think I do. So I've gone back into sort of worrying about Trick Room here. It would have worked. It would have worked. But yeah, well, the only way they do get Trick Room here is if they lead with Rillaboom and a Sash Whimsicott, which they haven't done. But still, like, I'm fearing this Whimsicott having Trick Room, because their team does look pretty slow, and I don't really want to go for a like a Max Phantasm or a Strike or whatever to lower their stats, because then the competitive on the Milotic will boost. So actually what I'm going to do, and this might seem a bit weird, I'm actually going to Moonblast and Shadow Ball into this Whimsicott, fearing a Trick Room with a Focus Sash from it. Okay, Milotic is Dynamaxing. Okay. Well, Spectre is probably going to be taking quite a bit of damage here then. Okay. This could be a tricky game. I've sort of reverted back into my worried about Trick Room mode now, haven't I? Because I haven't brought either of the two things in the back. But Stack Attacker wouldn't have wanted to come out against this Milotic either way. Oh, they have just gone for Tailwind. Oh, well, I did not expect that. And now I've just potentially given them a free switch into something else. If this is Life Orb, then yeah. Oh, we do survive, but we are going to knock ourselves out to the recoil. Oh, that was a critical hit. Okay. Is it Life Orb as well on their Milotic? It is, okay. I'm surprised that did so little damage then, to be honest. So without that critical hit, Spectre would have survived the attack, unfortunately. And now, yep, there we go, poor Spectre is gone. And, their Whimsicott's gone, but they're in Tailwind. And they're bound to bring in the Rotom now. Okay, well, I didn't respect their fast mode, clearly. Yeah, I guess I have to bring the Kartana, don't I? Yeah, Spectre's been fantastic so far. Oh, and he gets the Grassy Terrain for us. Thank you very much there. Now, maybe he hasn't brought the Rotom then, because if I was the opponent here, I would be thinking, well, what's the thing that they've got that threatens the Milotic most? Obviously, it's my Kartana. Not only do they set the Grassy Terrain up, but I can go for a Dynamax here with Kartana, and even a Helping Hand, if I'm fearing the fake out on Clefairy. So is he going to max guard his Milotic? Or is he going to swap his Rillaboom now into Rotom? Well, yeah, okay. I'm going to go for a Helping Hand because he could just fake out. I guess I will Dynamax my Kartana here as well. But do I just attack into... I mean, the Rillaboom isn't really threatening a whole lot here, is it? So, yeah, let's just go for the attack. He's probably... I imagine he is going to go for a Max Guard into the Milotic and maybe swap into the Rotom or whatever, but... Okay, no swaps at least. Could be U-turning still. But if he doesn't Max Guard his Milotic here, I'm pretty sure he's lost it. So come on, Kartana. It's your time to shine. Okay, Helping Hand. Is there a Max Guard? Is there a Max Guard? There isn't, but... Okay. We should take this fine. Rillaboom. Oh, is he going for like a superpower? No, it's just a Wood Hammer. Okay. Oh, a Wood Hammer into the Kartana as well. Like, if he had gone for a superpower there, it wouldn't have knocked me out, and then he would have just been, you know, stuck in there at -1/-1 for the rest of the game, wouldn't he? Okay, Kartana doing some business for us now. Critical hit, we didn't need. Grassy terrain, max overgrowth, with Helping Hand. It's going. Especially because it's Life Orb, that was an offensive Milotic as well. Yeah, that is definitely a bopped Milotic. But let's see if they've got the Rotom in the back. I don't think they have brought the Rotom, because if they had, they really should have brought it in there instead of the Rillaboom. Because, you know, they would have thought, well, worst case scenario, he's got Kartana, we need to threaten the thing there, don't we? Rich VVS, thank you very much for pressing the follow button on your computer, or phone, or tablet. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope I am making your evening, or afternoon, or morning, or whichever time it is for you better. Kartana is a folded business card. Yeah, Kartana literally is a business card. Well, maybe it isn't. Like if... Oh, they have got Rotom. If you use business cards that are blades, then maybe there's something wrong with you. But, okay. We've got Urshifu in the back, and they've only got one more turn of Tailwind left. So Urshifu is okay against Rotom. I guess what we do here, just to be safe, go for a Follow Me, and a Steel Spike, guess, into the Rillaboom. I'm not sure if this will knock it out, although we are at +1. Yeah, Rotom protects. Fine. What are those floating leaves effects? Is that grassy terrain? Yeah, the leaves going around, that's grassy terrain. Because Rillaboom came in, yeah. I'm not sure if your comment was sarcastic there or not, but, yeah, yeah, that is the grassy terrain, because the Rillaboom came in with the ability there. But, yeah, Rillaboom has gone, their Tailwind has gone, Kartana is now at +2 attack and +1 defense, not that helps against Rotom, and we've still got our Clefairy out. If that Wood Hammer did knock the Clefairy out, then, you know, we would still be fine, because we'd have Urshifu and Kartana to Max Fist, and we could blow into it and blow it away. I will tell you about that in just a moment. But yeah, and now, well, let's just for the sake of it, I mean, obviously I'm gonna lose my my Kartana if this doesn't knock it out, but let's just do this just for the hell of it, just to see how much this does. Helping Hand +2 Max Fist into, okay, a nasty plotting Rotom. I suppose since they did have one more turn of Tailwind, they could have just gone for an Overheat, couldn't they? But like I was always safe because I had the Urshifu in the bag, so and we just knock it out. Okay. Okay, yeah, I did kind of forget that they had they had one more turn of Tailwind there, but so yeah, I kind of accidentally caused the nasty plot there. But you know, we had Urshifu in the back, so like I was saying, we would have been fine either way there. So no problem there. So yeah, pretty cool game, but I have got one more game to show you, so I'm just going to turn this off and try and find it. Where am I? Okay, here I am. And yeah, it's the next game along. There we go. So yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, slightly unfortunate critical hit on the Spectria turn 1 there. Spectria would have been around a bit longer without the critical hit from the Milotic, but it did kind of allow us to get the Kartana in early there as well, which actually did have a pretty good matchup against the rest of their team. If they did actually bring the Rotom in when I thought they would when they brought the Rillaboom in, then we did still have the Clefairy, so we could have redirected a couple of attacks from the Milotic and the Rotom, and I think Clefairy would have had a decent chance of surviving. Rotom might not have had a whole lot of special attack investment in it because it had like Nasty Plot. Maybe it's a bit more bulky as well. The Milotic was Life Orbed, so maybe that would have done a decent amount of damage. But the rain wasn't up, so it's not like a Geyser was going to do boosted damage or anything either. So if Clefairy survived those 2 attacks, then my 2 attacks would just knock because I could Dynamax still there as well. My 2 attacks would just knock the Rotom out. So even if they did bring the Rotom in there, I think we would have been all right. But this is the slightly longer game here. This one. So I'm just going to bring it up now. There we go. And play it. So enjoy. Here we go. And one thing that we haven't really thought about with this team, and I've only got 30 seconds to think about, is what we do against Sand. I am a little bit worried now about what we do against Sand. What do we do against Sand? Like, just this? Clefairy Kartana? Let's try this. Let's try Clefairy Kartana. And let's try Torkoal in the back. And let's try Spectria in the back as well. Let's go with these. Now, this is a team configuration that I've not used before. Everything like this. But, let's see. I'm bringing Torkoal without the Stack Attacker because then maybe we can get rid of the weather, and Excadrill Speed Boost might be a bit of a pain for our Kartana perhaps as well too. I'm honorary Scottish right now. There could be a paste for this team, but I'll post it in my Patreon server because I've completely forgotten about doing that. I'll post it in my Patreon server. If I went to Follow Me Trick Room, he could have just led with Rock Slide Earthquake, and activated his own weakness policy on Tyranitar, +2 Rock Slide, whatever, or but. I don't know, and then I wouldn't have been in a position to deal out much damage the next turn either, would I really? So I'm just going to protect the Clefairy here, and do I just start? Like they're bound to have the Rotom, aren't they? But I'm just going to Steel Spike into the Amoonguss. Either the Amoonguss takes a lot of damage here, or if it's Tyranitar maybe swapping in, which it isn't, then it takes a lot of damage as well too. My Urshifu is dark. It is the single strike version of Urshifu. I'm just going to come in here. I did just sort of dismiss the idea of just leading with Clefairy and Stack Attacker there, just because in the previous stream that I did on Monday, I did kind of get burnt by just leading with Clefairy Stack Attacker with Torkoal in the back, hoping that I'd be able to sweep through their team and win the game. But I don't know, in this situation maybe it would have worked, because I was worried about them leading with the Excadrill and Tyranitar and whatever. I don't know what their Excadrill does this turn, but like ignore this, like the rest of the game is good. I don't know what their Excadrill does here, but or why it does this, but the rest of the game's good, so stick with us. But anyway, I was worried about them leading with Excadrill and like a weakness policy Tyranitar or something, going for an Earthquake, and then like a +2 Rock Slide or something, hoping that we didn't flinch there. We would have lost our Clefairy, and we have got Sugar Berry on the Stack Attacker, so we would have survived that, but we would have got the Trick Room up, and then, we would have still had Torkoal and Stack Attacker against an Excadrill and Tyranitar there, so depending on maybe if they then Dynamax their Excadrill, maybe that can take like an Eruption and a Rock Slide from the Torkoal and the Stack Attacker. I'm not sure if I would have been able to just sort of sweep through the team with the Trick Room mode, but it's something to think about. But yeah, since I've been a little bit burnt from just sort of mindlessly trying to run through with Trick Room there, I kind of sort of don't really like doing that now. But anyway, we'll come back to the commentary here, because I did expect the Amoonguss to protect there, but I thought it's just safe to do it as well, and getting an extra Steel Spike defense boost. Berry should take an Iron Head quite decently. Yeah, which he goes for. Yeah, it's a 3 KO. We can take 2 of them. So now I guess we'll protect, and I could go for the Knuckle into the Excadrill just to get some attack going, and then attack the Amoonguss the next turn. I'm at +2 defense as well, which does help us. If I do activate a weakness policy on the Excadrill though, yeah, I'm just going to go for another Steel Spike. Because if the Amoonguss stays in, then I'm getting a +1 to with my Beast Boost. But yeah, I wasn't expecting this swap. Yeah, okay, that's not so bad, because we are going to be... well, if he Dynamaxes the Excadrill, a Steel Spike maybe would knock out my Clefairy here. Actually, well, of course it won't, because I'm protecting. But yeah, this is going to do a lot of damage to the Tyranitar. Oh, he is Swords Dancing. Okay. This could get very dangerous now, then. But, you know, we are at +3 defense. And that does just one-shot the Tyranitar. Wow. Okay. Nicely done there. So now we do get a Beast Boost then. So we are at +1, +3 defense on Kartana. So this Kartana is looking very threatening. Now, Amoonguss does nothing to it. Have they got the Rotom? That is the question. This could be a moment for Torkoal, definitely, yeah. Since now they can't get the sand back up again unless they go for max Rockfall with their Excadrill. And we have used our Dynamax now, so yeah, the game isn't won. They have got a +2 Excadrill after all still. And we have just protected with the Clefairy. But yeah, what do we want to do here? Because they are just going to go for a Spore now into the Clefairy, aren't they? So maybe, actually, I don't swap in the Torkoal here, I just try and get the knockout. They could easily just protect the Amoonguss, I do expect it, to be honest. But if they don't protect the Amoonguss here, then we'll get the knockout with this. And then we'll be down to his last 2 Pokemon, and then we'll be able to formulate a plan a little bit better. But yeah, here's the Dynamax. Yeah, Kartana is a threat. But we are at +3. Oh, if he gets... yeah, if he Steel Spikes, actually, he will be +1 defense on the Amoonguss as well. But if he does Steel Spike into the Clefairy, he can't Spore anything. Okay. Helping Hand. Kartana. Amoonguss protects. Okay. I mean, that was quite obvious. But, yeah, and there's the Steel Spike. But how do we want to go about this now? Because now I suppose I get a safe switch into the Torkoal, don't I? But saying that, they will probably just go for a Rockfall this next turn, knock the Torkoal out, and get the sand back up again. So, do I? Yeah, I have to put the Torkoal in, don't I? And maybe just sacrifice it. Yeah, this Excadrill has become a big threat for us. I've been laddering so much higher since I've been streaming. I never laddered when I wasn't streaming, apart from recording videos, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, it's predictable, this, isn't it? But I'm just worried about how much damage. Like, he hasn't got any. Oh yeah, it's +2 on his Excadrill, isn't it? Yeah, maybe he like 2-shots the Kartana with max Quake. Then that would be quite annoying. But I think he Rock Falls into the Torkoal here just to get the sand back up. I think, and I just don't want to attack into the Torkoal like this because into the Excadrill, because he could still be weakness policy. But I surely it's Focus Sash, because turn 1 I could have just whacked into it. I don't know. Yeah, and there's the Rockfall. Like, predictable, but at least because I did protect the Torkoal here, I have got another turn to whittle around with. I could Sacred Sword, but like I'm not gonna knock it out, am I? It does. Yeah, I know it ignores the defense boosts, but still it's still a Dynamax Excadrill. I'm not gonna one-shot it with with a Sacred Sword here, am I? But now the sand is up, so if my Kartana does attack into the Excadrill, if they have got weakness policy, then Yeah, I think I'm fine just to Heat Wave here. Maybe sacrifice the Torkoal. I think this is the turn. Yeah, even at +1, I'm not going to knock the Excadrill out here, am I? I'll show you. I'm fine to do it now because if it is weakness policy, he's attacking me before I'm attacking him. Oh, I don't. I haven't got much investment in this Kartana, have I? And yeah, the Amoonguss protects it because I have for every turn pretty much attacked into that Amoonguss. Yeah, the Quake is bound to be into the okay, well that's not what I was thinking. I thought the Quake was bound to be into the Kartana then. But yeah, we'll see now, won't we? It is a +1 Sacred Sword. Let's see. I think it's going to do about 75-80%. That's my guess. Yeah, like that. Yeah. But now, now they're not Dynamax at least. And they can't redirect an attack from the Kartana. But they are still in sand. Yes, this is scary. Like, it's so predictable. It's so predictable for me to just protect here, but it's just a safe move, isn't it? Like, the sand isn't going to end anytime soon, is it? So, like, I think they protect the Excadrill here. Like, this is so predictable, but they surely just protect the Excadrill. Oh, maybe they don't. Okay. Okay, high horsepower then, maybe into the Kartana. Oh, Ironhead. Okay. Okay. And now, this is the glory of Kartana, because, like, Amoonguss just does nothing to it. Like, there's no hidden power fire anymore, so... Yeah, now we're +2 attack, +3 defense. Oh, okay. I was incorrect. Amoonguss can do something to Kartana, but I'm Assault Vested, so Polypuff wouldn't do a whole lot of damage. Is it Rotom in the back? I'm thinking maybe it isn't, because he... Oh, it is again. Okay. Yeah, I think it must have been, judging on his turn 1 play, it must have been... absolutely must have been Sash, because I could have just attacked into it with my Kartana, couldn't I? But the Amoonguss... Did the Amoonguss... No, the Amoonguss didn't go for a Protect just then, did it? Okay, Rotom is a bit of a threat now. So, yeah, I think the Amoonguss protects here. But I'm just going to Shadow Ball into the Rotom, and in case he doesn't, I'm just going to Smart Strike. I can't protect my Kartana here. I suppose I could have gone for a Shadow Ball and... Oh, okay, okay. I was going to say I could have gone for a Shadow Ball and a Sacred Sword into the Rotom, because doubling into it just does get the knockout unless they protect. But, yeah, just, yeah, knocking the Amoonguss out there. Worst case scenario there was the Amoonguss protects, they overheat into my Kartana, knock that out, and then next turn I would have to Shadow Ball into the Amoonguss, knock that out, get a Life Orb, get a Sandstorm chip damage, and potentially get overheated or Thunderbolted. But then the next turn I would be at +1 with my Grim Neigh and with the Life Orb. If I survived an Overheat and a Life Orb and Sand, another Sand as well because I protect, I think I would knock the Rotom out. So it just depends on how much an Overheat... Like, if Overheat does, you know, like 70% or so to Spectre, then I think I would have won the game. But if it did a bit more than that, then maybe it would have been a little bit more sketchy. But, yeah, nice one. We've actually done pretty well here against this Sand team. Yeah, so they had Rock Slide, Iron Head, and a ground move, and Swords Dance, yeah. Hello, Pantelis D. I am good, thank you. Although, I think I am going to finish the stream now, to be honest. But thank you for coming in. Rumour has it, Baz isn't even that big of a fan of horses. Reference to one of the highlight videos I did a few days ago. Okay, so yeah, pretty interesting game there. Yeah, like the end of the game there was a little bit sketchy still. They did protect the Rotom. But yeah, like worst case scenario there, as I mentioned, would have been them. Like absolute worst case scenario with the moves that I made was like they protect the Amoonguss and then I lose the the Kartana to an overheat potentially if they hit that, and then Spectre would have had to do a lot of business. Would have had to take an overheat and life orb recoil to beat the Rotom by itself there. There we go. But also, whoops, that's me disappearing. But also, there we go. That's the switchback. But also, like if I did just double into the Rotom as well, which was another one of my like potential plays. If they protected the Rotom as they did, the Amoonguss would have then put the Spectre to sleep, and then the next turn, my Kartana does what? Like either attacks into a protecting Amoonguss or does like half to a Rotom. I mean, I was at +2 attack, so I don't think a Sacred Sword would have one-shot the Rotom, but it still would have done. It would have been a 2 KO on it, essentially, and that's the important thing. But again, I would get knocked out to the overheat, and then Spectre, does it get a first turn wake or whatever against these things? So yeah, it would have been a pretty sketchy game if we got that turn wrong, but thankfully they didn't protect the Amoonguss there, we knocked it out, and we kind of split our odds, I suppose, there. But also, it was interesting looking back at that game, because there was one moment, there was one turn where the game could have been made just a whole lot shorter. Did you spot it? I was quite adamant that I was going to get rid of that Amoonguss, wasn't I? I did target into the Amoonguss almost every turn I could, even though the worst thing it could do is put my Clefairy to sleep. It can't do anything, aside from Pollen Puff, I suppose. My Kartana. So there was the one turn that I went for the Helping Hand Max Steel Spike into the Amoonguss, and they protected. What I could have done there, because I think that was the first turn that they Dynamaxed their Excadrill, what I could have done is gone for a Helping Hand Sacred Sword into their Kartana, because they can't Rage Powder that away. And yes, as we were reminded in the chat, that Sacred Sword obviously ignores defenses, but we did see, I'm pretty sure, +1 Sacred Sword did about that sort of 75-70% area to Excadrill. With a Helping Hand there, we would have just got the one-shot on it, and then, game would have been made a whole lot easier, wouldn't it? So, so that would have been one thing that maybe I could have done differently, but I was, maybe a little bit worried about the Amoonguss getting annoying as well, too. And just getting a knockout on that would have been good. But so if I did knock out the Amoonguss there, they would have got a free switch into the Rotom, and then both the Excadrill and the Rotom together would have been quite threatening. So maybe that wasn't the right move, actually doubling into the Rotom. Maybe I should have always just gone for the Helping Hand, not Max, just normal Sacred Sword into the Excadrill there. But anyway, that was an interesting game as well too. Nice to be successful against Sand as well, because never really enjoyed playing against Sand. But on that stream, so that was Wednesday's stream, the highlights today and in yesterday's video, all from Wednesday's stream. We were undefeated in the stream. We won every single game in the stream. And at this point, after that last game, we were at like 150 or something in the world. So how's it going to go from there? Who knows? I think I have streamed. Well, I'm maybe planning on streaming yesterday as you watch this video. So maybe we already know what happened, but we'll see, I suppose, won't we? But anyway, thank you very, very much for watching this. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed these games and my sort of post commentary, post thoughts as well. But if you have, please press the like button. Please subscribe to me here on YouTube as well too. I have been gaining subscribers, finally, for the first time forever. So thank you if you have subscribed recently. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And join me on Twitch as well. Follow me on Twitch. And if you want, join us on Patreon as well. So again, thank you very much for watching. And goodbye for now. It is the end of this video. Goodbye. Well, it's the end of this video if my mouse works. Goodbye.